guys, Devamitra one more time. A very warm welcome and a very good evening to all of you. Hope you guys are doing well, right? So guys, in my previous sessions, I've talked about so many things. I've tried to provide you the best knowledge about life, about career, how you can write down one professional resume, what are the things you need to do in an HR interview, how you can prove yourself in an organization. So in my today's session, I'm going to talk about something that is the most important job interview question, answers and tips that how you can prepare for those questions. Okay, so at first we need to understand that, do you have a job interview coming up? Are you prepared? The best way to get ready for an interview is to take the time to review the most common interview questions you will most likely to be asked, okay, along with the examples of the best answers. Knowing that you are going to say can eliminate a lot of interview stress. So prepare for the interview. You don't need to memorize an answer, but do take the time to consider how you will respond. The more you prepare, the more confident you will feel during a job interview. Okay, guys? So, when you are not sure what to expect during an interview, also take time to get that proper focus about the interview and how job interviews work. And these tips will help you to how to prepare to ace your job interview. So the job interview questions and the answers. So here is a list of common job interview questions with examples of the best answers about you. So your work history and experience, the new job salary which you have to offer the employer, and your goals for the future. So if you're in a hurry and want to speed up your interview preparation, here are a list of some questions that employers typically ask, the example answers and the tips for giving the best response. Okay, so questions about you. Interviewers will ask questions about you to gain insight into your personality and to determine whether you are a fit for both the job and the company. Okay, these are open-ended questions which will give you the opportunity to show the employer that you are well qualified for the position. The first question can be, tell me about yourself, or tell us about yourself. What is your greatest strength? What is your greatest weakness? What makes you unique? Tell me about something that's not on your resume. How will your greatest strength help you perform? How do you handle failure? How do you handle success? Do you consider yourself successful? Why? How do you handle stress and pressure? How would you describe yourself? Describe a typical work week. Are you nice? Are you willing to fail? Are you willing to relocate? Describe your work ethic. Okay. So describe your work style. Do you work well with other people? Do you take work home with you? How are you different from the competition? How do you view yourself? Whom do you compare yourself to? How does this job fit in with your career aspirations? How many hours a week do you normally work? How well do you assimilate into a new environment? How would you adjust to working for a new company? How would you describe the pace at which you work? How would your co-workers describe your personality? So, how would a professor describe you? Is there anything else we should know about you? What motivates you? Are you a self-motivator? What do you find are the most difficult decisions to make? What has been the greatest disappointment in your life? What are you passionate about? What are your hobbies? What are your pet peeves? What is your dream job? Would you rather be liked or respected? Why should I take a risk on you? If you could relive the last 10 years of your life, what would you do differently? Okay. So, questions about the leaving your job. Employers almost ask about why you left or are leaving your job. Be prepared with an explanation for why you moving on. Do make sure the reasons you give match what past employers will say about you if they are contacted for a reference. So The first question can be, why are you leaving your job? Why do you want to change jobs? Why were you fired? Why were you laid off? Why did you quit your job? Why did you resign? What have you been doing since your last job? Why have you been unemployed? So, why you should be hired? The first question, why you should be hired or you be hired over the applicants, what makes you the best candidate for the job?